Hello Hive Tribe and welcome to YogaHive Online. I am Teacher Poy and today we'll be practicing Power Vinyasa practice. Power Vinyasa follows the format of floor Vinyasa, which means we focus on moving with our breaths. But then again, it's power because it is meant to challenge our bodies and our minds. Um, to try to be mindful when moving into the postures. It's Power Vinyasa, but then again, if you feel like you're not feeling 100% today, feel free to stay in the easier options that I will provide. There will be child's pose breaks for this particular practice, but then again, if you feel like you need more time to rest, by all means, feel free to stop and come into the resting posture. When you're ready, see if you can please find yourselves on the mats and come to your most comfortable seated position. You may simply cross the legs or if the hips are open, try to align the heels with the groin. Ground the sit bones, lengthen the spine, roll the shoulders backwards, hand placement on top of the knees, and close the eyes. Start your practice by connecting with your breaths, breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the nose. Using the in-breath to harness power and strength, and using the out-breath as you ground yourselves at the present moment. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the nose. Now, taking this moment to set any intention that you may have for today's practice. If you have your personal intention, see if you can repeat it in mind, full of dedication and commitment. Using this intention as a guide and a source of strength as we explore ourselves through the practice. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the nose. Now, as you continue with the breath, see if you can take this moment to activate your Ujjayi breathing, making long and deep inhalations. And as you exhale, slightly tuck the chin closer to the chest, press the back of the throat, making that oceanic sound. Using your Ujjayi breathing as you try to build more heat as we prepare ourselves for the practice. Otherwise, if Ujjayi is too much, stay in your Samavritti Pranayama or your equalized breathing, making sure that each inhalation is as long and as deep as each exhalation. And we all stay here for one more round of the breath. Inhale. And exhale. Eyes still closed. Take a deep breath. Sweep the hands up. Palms touch. Exhale. Feel the energy flow from the hands into your heart space. Bow the heads down. Namaste. Blink the eyes open. Let's begin. Bring the hands in front of you. Please find yourselves in your all fours. And your all first, spread the fingers wide, keep the shoulders right above the wrist, hips on top of the knees. Toes may be top or on top, whichever is comfortable. On an inhale, cow stretch, sink the bellies down, tailbones lifting up by gaze up. Exhaling to cut, rounding the back, navel to your spine, chin to your chest. Inhale to cow stretch, sink the bellies down, tailbones lifting up, roll the shoulders backwards. Exhaling to cut, press the floor away from you, draw the navel and look towards your navel. Inhaling to your cow stretch, feel the stretch on your core, gaze up. Exhaling to cut stretch, feel the stretch on your back muscles, eye gaze to the navel. Inhaling to cough for one last time. And as you exhale, reset your neutral spine, eye gaze into the thumbs. From your all fours, tuck the toes under, push the hips up and back, and then you're very first downward facing dog. When you're down dog, you spread the fingers wide, keep the shoulders hugging towards your side bodies. Increase space between the shoulder blades as you push the hips up and back. Continually draw the navel in as you feel finger pads and your toes actively pressing on the floor. Look at the space between the legs or towards your navel, and you're free to do any movement that allows you to find your deepest down dog. Maybe bending one knee followed by the other or swaying the hip side to side. Really feel the stretch happening behind the thighs, on the side bodies, and behind the spine for one more round of the breath. Inhale. And exhale, looking at the space between the hands, making baby steps, slowly walk the feet forward in between the hands. Once you're there, inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine, hands on the shin, look towards your nose. Exhale, draw the navel and hinge from the hips, fold forward and down. Inhale, we come into a standing position, sweep one hands up, raise to the thumbs. Exhale, play your hands into your heart space and into the sides. Samastiti. One breath, one movement, you can breath upwards, so sweep one hands up, palms touch. Exhale, draw the navel and hinge from the hips, fold forward and down. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine, hands on the shin or fingertips on the floor. Exhale, bend both knees, touch the floor, step, walk or jump back, high plank to low push-up. Inhale, scoop forward to your upward facing dog with an in-breath. And as you exhale, high with the hips. downward facing dog. And we're staying for down of this for 3 cycles of the breath. Inhale. Exhale 1. Continually draw the navel in. Inhale. Exhale 2. Arms 4 and legs strong for 1 more round of the breath. Inhale. And exhale 3. Looking at the space between the hands. Option to walk, step, or hop in between the hands. Halfway lift, lengthen the spine up towards your nose. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward and down. Inhale, wheel to rise. Keep both hands up, face to the thumbs. Exhale, draw your hands into your heart space and into the sides of Savasana. Surya B, regular version. Inhale, sharp pose, bend the knees, hips back, sweep both hands up. Exhale, descend with control into forward fold, hands and shoulders relax. Halfway lift, lengthen the spine, hands on the shin, your fingertips on the floor. Exhale, bend both knees, touch the floor, step, walk or jump back, high plank to low push-up. Inhale, forward to upward facing dog. And as you exhale, downward facing dog. Pivot left heel down, right foot steps in between the hands, and we rise, warrior 1. Exhale, slowly bring the hands down, right foot steps back, push strong, bend the elbows, hover the chest down. Inhale, scope forward to upward facing dog. And as you exhale, downward facing dog. Other side, pivot right heel down, left foot steps in between the hands, we rise, warrior 1. Exhale, hands come to the floor, left foot steps back, bend the elbows, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog with an in-breath, and as you exhale, downward facing dog. We're staying here for 3 cycles of the breath. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. 1 more round of the breath. Inhale. And exhale 3. Looking at the space between the hands. Step, walk, or hop in between the hands. Halfway lift, lengthen the spine up towards your nose. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward and down. Inhale, sit on your imaginary chair, the elbows pointing down, navel is in. Exhale, stand over your hands into your heart space and into the sides. This time, Surya B, but rocket style. Inhale, chair pose, bend the knees, hips back, sweep both hands up. Exhale, descend with control into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine towards your nose. Exhale, step, walk or jump back, high plank to low push. Inhale, step forward to upward facing dog. And as you exhale, downward facing dog. From here, pivot your left heel down, right hand goes behind you, right foot steps forward and you rise, warrior 1. Exhale, right hand goes behind you, left hand touches the floor, step your right foot backwards, bring right hand down, chaturanga. Scoop forward to upward facing dog with an in-breath, and as you exhale, downward facing dog. Other side, right heel down, left hand behind you, left foot steps forward and we rise, warrior 1. Exhale, left hand goes behind you, right hand touches the floor, step left foot backwards, bring left hand down, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, and as you exhale, downward facing dog. And we're staying here for 3. Inhale. Exhale 1, again, arms are always active, spread the fingers wide, keep the core engaged by hugging the navel in. 1 more breath, then toes pointing straight towards the front, please. And exhale, looking at the space between the hands, step, walk or hop in between the hands, halfway lift, lengthen the spine up towards your nose. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward and down. Inhale, chair pose, bend the knees, hips back, sweep both hands up. Exhale, stand up for your hands into your right space. And into the sides, Samastiti. Some reminders, from here on, at any point that I'm doing the pose facing here, I'll be doing it in mirror image. So my right is your left, and your left is my right. Moving to our proper sequence. Inhale, upward salute, sweep both hands up, palms touch. Exhale, draw the navel and hinge from the hips, fold forward and down. Bend both knees, touch the floor, see if you can heel toe the feet hip width distance apart. So from here, easy option, grab the elbow of the opposite arm. Maybe these fingers grab the big toes. Or maybe palms underneath the feet, toes pressing behind the wrist. Wherever you are, elbows, big toes, or hands, take an in-breath, lengthen the spine, lift the chest at midway on this view. And as you exhale, straighten the legs, draw the navel in, fold forward and down. Really allow your navel to press towards the spine to create space for a deeper fold. Chest is moving closer to the thighs. Stretch is happening behind the hamstrings. Then you shift the body forward as you feel your weight on the balls of the feet. Staying in your fold for 1 more round of the breath. Inhale. Exhale, slowly bend both knees and release the hands on the floor. On an inhale from here, palms touching the floor with an in-breath. Left foot steps all the way backwards, bend your right knee gaze forward, lunge, and as you exhale, flatten the palms on the floor. Take an inverted three-legged dog, right foot lifts up. And as you exhale, bend your right knee, right toes pointing to the left shoulder blades, hips right mandala. Hips are opening towards your right side, but keep the chest squared. More weight on the right armpit, please. We are staying for one more round of the breath. Inhale. And exhale. Take an in-breath, shift the body forward, shoulders on top of the wrist. And as you exhale, see if you can bring your right knee, touch the right tricep, right elbow, or right wrist coming into high tiger. And we are staying for 2 more cycles of the breath. Inhale. Exhale 2. 1 more breath here, inhale. And as you exhale, right foot steps in between the hands, bend your right knee gaze forward, lunge. From your right knees on top of your right ankle, pivot your left heel down, left toes pointing to the left side. Take an in-breath, windmill the hands, open your chest towards the left side. Exhale, find extension on the arms, relax the shoulders, find yourselves in your warrior 2. Keep the legs strong and keep the navel in. Extension on the arms, we breathe for 1 more inhale. And exhale, take an in-breath, flip your right hand reaches to the skies. Exhale, pull your right shoulder backwards, spin the chest towards the ceiling, reverse warrior. Side stretch on the right side body, strengthen both legs, inhale. And exhale, take an in-breath, return to your warrior 2. Exhale, straighten your right leg. Adjust your left foot if you must. Right hand reaches forward and down, left hand reaches up into triangle pose. Now again, if reaching for your big toes is too much, you may stay on the shins. Keep both legs, both side bodies, and both arms long as you draw the navel in. We breathe for 1 more inhale. And as you exhale from here, see if you can reach that left arm towards the front. Maybe just this one or challenge and gazing the floor. Inhale, extend your right arm as well to the front. And as you exhale, keep your chest open, spin or pull your left shoulder backwards towards the ceiling. Triangle with free hands for 1 more round of the breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, gaze down, soft bend your right knee. Take an in-breath, windmill the hands, return to your warrior 2. Exhale, flip your right hand, reverse warrior, shine your heart to the sky. With an in-breath, return to your warrior 2. Exhale, right elbow on top of your right knee. With an in-breath, left hand reaches to the skies. Exhale, left hand hovers on top of your left ear. You may stay here. Otherwise, if you can, see if you can bring that right hand on the inner blade of your right. Easy option, just stay on the elbows. Now, wherever you are, elbows or arm or hands, inhale, left hand reaches to the skies. Exhale, flip your left hand goes to your lower back or reaches for your right thigh. This is good already. Otherwise, full binders, go right ahead, thread your right arm underneath your right thigh. See if you can come into the full bind. Easy option, again, just stay in the half bind. Wherever you are, we stay for 1 more round of the breath. Inhale. And exhale, half bound or full bound. Take an in-breath, re-straighten that right leg. And as you exhale, keep rotating your chest towards the ceiling. Stay and breathe for 1 more round of the breath. Half or full bound triangle, inhale. And as you exhale, soft bend your right knee, gaze towards the floor. Take an in-breath, lift the chest, extend the arms, warrior 2. Exhale, bring your arms behind you, interlace the fingers, roll the shoulders up, and down. So this time, maybe you can do it facing you guys. So this time, I'll be doing it in mirror image, showing your right foot is in front. Left toes are pointing towards the left side, hands are interlocked behind you. On an inhale, we lift the chest. As you exhale, humble warrior, crown of the head moving down. Punch the fist to the sky, side towards the front. Easy option, bring your right shoulder on top of your right knee, otherwise bring it on the inner blade. Breathe for 1 more inhale. And as you exhale, slowly release the hands. Bring the hands in on the inside of your right foot. Heel toe your right foot outwards. Readjust the right hand under the right shoulder. Spin your left heel, look forwards. Finding yourselves in your lizard breath. Now from here, wiggle that left foot all the way backwards. And as you exhale, bring your left knee down on top of your right toe. On an inhale, we circle your right hand forwards and backwards. Open your chest towards the right side. Maybe just staying here. Or if you can, point your left toes to the skies. Right hand grabs hold of the left. Maybe I can do it on this view. So your right foot is in front, right? Left toes pointing to the skies. If you can grab the left foot with the right hand. Keep hugging the right knee closer to the shoulder as you look towards the ceiling. Stay and breathe For one more round of the breath, feel the stretch in the front side of your left thigh and twisted dragon. Inhale. And as you exhale, slowly release your left foot down. Bring your right hand on the inner blade of your right foot. Now from here, we transfer your right hand on the outer blade of the right foot. Heel to the right foot closer to the midline, finding yourselves in your lunge. Keeping your right knee on top of your right ankle, palms on top of your right thigh, and press the palms down. Lift the chest and the hands, and as you exhale, roll the shoulders backwards. Maybe just staying here. Or rather than breath, sweep both arms to the skies, extending the arms behind the ears. Whenever jamming your lower back, focus on feeling again the stretch in front of your left thigh. We breathe for one more inhale. And exhale, slowly bring the hands to frame your right foot. Alright, and in breath, this time I'm not doing it in mirror image, okay, so your right foot should be in front. Take an in breath, left knee is down, we straighten your right leg, right toes pointing to the skies. And as you exhale, maybe just staying there or go full split. As you fall down, you have to make sure that the ball of the right foot is pressing to the front, and as you feel the stretch behind your right thigh, you want to keep hugging the navel in. So we're working on our flexibility while working on our core activation. Knees the waist to the right, big toe, and breathe for one more inhale. And exhale, take an in breath, shift the hips forward, step your right foot, bend your right knee. And as you exhale, tuck your left toe, lift your left knee up. Now with an in breath, we're going to walk our hands 90 degrees to face the left side of your mats. Coming into Prasarita stance. And as you exhale, fold forward and down. Now from here, you want to make sure your feet are parallel to each other. On an inhale, press the palms down, lengthen the spine. Exhale, walk the hands backwards, palms aligned with your heels, hinge from the hips, crown of the head moving down. This is good already. You want to make sure elbows are shoulder width apart. Otherwise, if you have a staple tripod practice, see if you can bring the crown of the head down. Make a triangle shape with the crown of the head and the hands. And when it feels right, take an in-breath, lift your legs to the skies. Staying in Prasarita A or tripod, just for 2 more cycles of the breath. Inhale. Exhale 2. 1 more round of the breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, slowly point the toes to the sides. Bring the feet as lightly as you can on the floor. Inhale, press the palms down, lengthen the spine, lift the chest. Exhale, soft bend the knees. This time we're going to point your right foot towards the front. And we're going to walk our hands to face the front side of your room. Hands frame your right leg, spin your left heel, look forwards, lunge. Now from your lunge, you want to step your left foot halfway close to the right foot. Option to keep the heels aligned in one line, or 10 toes pointing straight towards the front, your choice. Soft bend the knees. Hands on top of your right thigh. Inhale, straighten the legs, lengthen the spine, lift the chest. And keeping both legs strong, draw the navel and fold forward and down as you glide the hands through the entire length of your right leg. Hands may stay on the shins, the ankles are if you can touch the floor, you may do so. Look towards your right foot to win again. Feel stretch behind your right leg as you draw the navel in. Breathe for 1 more inhale. And as you exhale, soft bend your right knee. Now on an inhale, we're going to walk the hands forwards. Press your right foot. See if you can take your left leg towards the back. Maybe just staying here. Otherwise, challenge. Drawing the navel in, pray your hands into your heart space. You're free to flex or point the left foot to your breathing in your warrior 3. Just for 1 more round of the breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, see if you can draw that left knee closer to the chest. With an in-breath, we come into a standing position. And as you exhale, bring the hands in the waist. So you're going to end up standing on your right foot. This time you're going to do it in mirror image. Standing on your right foot, left knee is up. See if you can wrap your left leg around the right leg. Maybe single bind, double bind, or easy option. See if you can use your left toes to touch the floor for better stability. And once you're done, take an in-breath, extend your arms to the sides. And as you exhale, see if you can bring your left arm on top of your right arm. Bend the elbows, bind the hands. Preparing for eagle, take an in-breath, lift your elbows, align with your shoulders. Maybe just staying here or draw the navel in. See if you can glide the elbows to touch the knees. Focus and balance as you feel everything, concentrating on the midline. 2 more cycles of the breath here. Inhale. Exhale 2. One more round of the breath, inhale. And exhale, 3. Take an in breath, lift the elbows and your left knee up. And as you exhale, slowly unbind the hands. Release your left foot down and fold forward and down. Now from your forward fold, soften the knees. Release the hands on the floor. This time, take an in breath. Your left foot will step all the way backwards. Bend your right knee, gaze forward, lunge. And as you exhale, flatten the palms on the floor. With an in breath, three-legged dog. Right foot will lift up. And as you exhale, shift the body forward, shoulders on top of the wrist. This time, your right knee will try to attempt to touch your left tricep or left elbow, coming into twisted tiger. Remember, staying. Maybe I can turn for one more round of the breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, straighten the right leg towards your left side. Pivot your left heel down. With an in-breath, left hand on the left waist or left hand reaches to the skies. Exhale, focus on lifting the hips up as you look towards your left fingers. Staying and breathing in your fallen triangle. Just for one more round of the breath, inhale. As you exhale, slowly bring your left hand down. Step your right foot backwards into a downward facing dog. Inhale, shift the body forward to plank pose. Hold plank for 5. Elbows pointing down 4. Shoulders away from the ears 3. 2. And 1, slowly bend the elbows, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog with an in-breath. And as you exhale, downward facing dog. Bring the knees down, sit on your heels, not the chest and the forehead, down into child's pose. And we're breathing for 5. Inhale, how are you guys? Exhale, 1. Inhale, if it feels right to bring the arms beside your calves, you may do so as well to release the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. One more round of the breath. Inhale. And exhale, 5. Take an in-breath, return to your all fours on the palms and on the knees. Exhale, tuck the toes under, hips high to the sky. Downward facing dog. Staying down dog. Just for one more round of the breath. Inhale. And exhale. And from here, power to the palms or engage. Inhale, three-legged dog. Left foot will lift up. And as you exhale, bend your left knee. Left toes pointing to the right shoulder blades. Hip trim on the left. This time, hips are opening towards your left side, but again, keep the chest squared towards the front. Add more weight on the left arm. Breathe for one more inhale. And exhale, take a breath, shift the body forward, shoulders on top of the wrist. Exhale, draw the navel in, left knee on the left tricep or left elbow, coming into high tiger. And try to keep that left foot active by pointing your left toes to the back. Find lightness on that left leg. Breathe for 2 more, inhale. Exhale, 2. One more round of the breath, inhale. And as you exhale, left foot steps in between the hands. Bend your left knee, gaze forward, lunge. Now from here, maybe I can turn. So your left leg is in front, right? Left knee on top of your left ankle. Pivot your right heel down, right toes pointing to the right side. With an in-breath, we bend the hands. Open your chest towards your right side. And as you exhale, extend your arms, relax the shoulders. Find yourselves in your warrior two. Again, if you're being confused with the orientations, because I've been changing where I am orienting my body, left foot is in front, okay? Breathe for one more inhale. And exhale, take a breath, flip your left hand reaches to the skies. Exhale, pull left shoulder backwards, spin your chest to the ceiling, coming into reverse warrior. Keep both legs strong as you feel stretch on the left side body. Breathe for one more inhale. And exhale, take an in-breath, return to your warrior two, chest on top of the hips. Exhale, straighten your left leg. Heel to your right foot closer to the left foot. Left hand reaches forward and down. Right hand reaches up. Uddita Trikonasana, extended triangle pose. Keep the chest open towards your right side, but keep the rib cage in. Hands maybe on the left shin, left ankle, or left index fingers to the left leg toes. Breathe for one more inhale. And as you exhale, right arm reaches to the front. This is good already, otherwise, engaging the core and then extend your left arm as well to the front. And as you exhale, pull your right shoulder backwards. Triangle in 3 hands for one more round of the breath. Inhale. Exhale, look down, soft bend your left knee. Adjust your right foot backwards, take an in-breath, return to your warrior 2. Exhale, flip your left hand towards warrior, shine hard to the sky. Take an in-breath, return to your warrior 2. Exhale, left elbow on top of your left knee. With an in-breath, right hand reaches to the skies. Exhale, right hand hovers on top of your right ear. This is good already, otherwise. See if you can bring your left hand rather on the inner blade of your left foot. This one or this one. Wherever you are, circle that right hand up and back. And as you exhale, use your right hand to hold your left thigh. Maybe staying in half bound, or maybe going into the full bind. Stay and breathe. Keep the chest open. Pull your right shoulder rather backwards and breathe. For one more round of the breath, inhale. Half or full bound side angle and exhale. Half or full bound, take an in-breath, re-straighten the left leg, and as you exhale, keep the chest open. Half or full bound triangle. Just for one more round of the breath, inhale. And as you exhale, slowly gaze down, soften your left knee. With an in-breath, extend the arms to the sides, lift the chest, warrior 2. Exhale, bring your hands behind you, interlace the fingers, roll the shoulders up, back and down. See if you can tilt your chest towards your 45 degrees towards your right side. So if I'm doing it on this view, left foot is in front, right, but this time I'm going to do it in mirror image. So left foot is in front, hands behind you. Take an in-breath, lift the chest and the heads. Exhale, humble warrior, crown of the head moving down. Breathe for one more round of the breath, inhale. And as you exhale, slowly release the hands, bring the hands on the inner blade of your left foot. Heel for your left foot outwards, you adjust the left hand under the left shoulder, spin your right heel look forwards, finding yourselves in your lizard breath. Wiggle your right foot all the way backwards, and as you exhale, bring your right knee down on top of your right toe. With an in-breath, we're going to circle your left arm forwards and backwards, and as you exhale, see if you can use the left hand to hold your right foot. Okay, so from this view, so left foot is in front, right? Using your left hand to hold the right foot. If it's not happening, this is perfectly fine. You want to feel this the stretch on the front part of your right thigh. This one or this one. Breathe for one more inhale. And as you exhale, slowly release your right foot down. Bring your left hand this time on the outer blade of your left foot. Heel to your left foot outwards. Keep your left knee on top of your left ankle. Adjusting the left foot at the center of your mat. Palms on top of your left thigh. Inhale, press the palms down, lift the chest and the hips. Exhale, roll the shoulders backwards. And with an in-breath, we sweep both arms up. And as you exhale, bring the arms behind the ears. On Vinyasa, low crescent lunge for one more round of the breath, inhale. And as you exhale, slowly release the hands to frame your left foot. Now with an in-breath, we're going to straighten your left leg. Left toes pointing to the sides. Maybe just staying here, or drawing the navel in, fold forward and down. See if you can bring the chin closer towards your left shin. Keep pulling the left side of the hip backwards as you feel stretched behind your left leg. And again, core is not resting, you're hugging it towards your spine. Ardha Hanumanasana half split for one more round of the breath, inhale. And exhale, take an in-breath, shift the hips forward, step your left foot, bend your left knee. And as you exhale, tuck your right toe, lift your right knee up. Take an in-breath, we're going to walk our hands 90 degrees to face the right side of your mat. And as you exhale, keeping the feet parallel to each other, take another in-breath, press the finger pads down, lengthen the spine. Exhale, walk the hands backwards, palms aligned with your heels, pinch from the hips, crown of the head moving down. See if you can use the space between your legs and say hello. You may stay here already. Otherwise, second round of your tripod headstand. So again, make an equilateral triangle with the crown of the head and the palms. Maybe just this one, or maybe pointing your toes to the skies. Wherever you are, you want to keep the elbows shoulder width apart. We are breathing for 2 more. Inhale. Exhale to shoulders away from the ears. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Take an in-breath. Point the toes to the sides. Exhale. Slowly bring the feet back. Take an in-breath. We press the palms down, lengthen the spine. Exhale. Soft bend the knees. Point your left foot to the front. Walk your hands 90 degrees To frame your left foot, extend your right heel, look forwards, coming into your lunge. From your lunge, adjust your right foot halfway close to the left foot. And as exhale option, to keep the heels aligned in one line or then toes pointing straight towards the front. Soft bending your left knee, hands on top of your left thigh. Inhale, we straighten your left leg, lengthen the spine, lift the chest. Exhale, we fold into your first Uttanasana. Again, hands may stay on the shin. Maybe the ankles are touching the floor. And again, you want to pull the left side of the hip backwards as you draw the navel and look towards the left bicep. Stretch behind your left thigh. And activation in the core. One more breath, inhale. And exhale, soft bending your left knee. Take a minute, walk the hands forwards. Press your left foot down. Kick your right leg to the back. Right foot flexor pointed. Maybe staying here or drawing the navel in prayer, hands into your heart space. Balance and breathe. Virabhadrasana 3. For one more breath, inhale. Can you keep the chest aligned with your leg? And as you exhale, draw your right knee closer to the chest. With an in-breath, we lift the chest and the head. And as you exhale, hands on the waist. Let me do it on this view. So we're standing on our left foot. As we're standing on our left foot, let me just, okay, left foot is standing. Okay, so see if you can lift your right knee up. And see if you can wrap that right leg around your left leg in single bind or double bind. Now from here, we extend the arms to the sides. And as you exhale, right arm on top of your left arm, bend the elbows, bind the hands. With an in-breath, lift your elbows, align with the shoulders. And as you exhale, draw the navel in. Elbows move closer to the knees. Coming into Garudasana. Again, keep hugging the navel in. You're breathing for one more round of the breath. Inhale. And exhale, take an in-breath. Lift your elbows and your right knee. And as you exhale, release your right foot down. Release the hands on the floor. Pull forward and down. Now from your soft bend, the knees touch the floor. Take an in-breath. See if you can step your right foot all the way backwards, bending your left knees forward lunge. And as you exhale, flatten the palms on the floor. Take an in-breath, three-legged dog, left foot lifts up. And as you exhale, shift the body forward, left knee on the right tricep, coming into Majestic Tiger. Maybe I can do it on this view. So this time, left knee on the right shoulder or elbow. Breathe for one more inhale. And as you exhale, straighten your left leg towards the right side. Even your right heel down. Inhale, left hand on the left waist, your left hand reaches to the skies. And as you exhale, coming into fallen triangle. Stay and breathe for one more breath, inhale. And as you exhale, bring the hands or your right hand on the floor. Step your left foot backwards into downward facing dog. Inhale, shift the body forward, plank pose. Exhale for a strong bend the elbows, hover the chest, chaturanga. We're staying in chaturanga for 5 minutes. Too much, you may bring your knees down. Okay? 4, 3, stay with me please. 2, and 1. Bring the chest down. Point the toes to the back. Inhale, upward facing dog. And as you exhale, downward facing dog. Bring the knees down, sit on your heels. Plant the chest and the foreheads down into child's pose. Rest of your more poses. And we're close to the big pose. We stay for 5. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale 5. Inhale, return to your all fours. This time I'm going to do it facing you guys. And as you exhale, downward facing dog. From your down dog, step up or hop on the outside of the hands. Toes pointing 45 degrees outwards. Bend the knees into the hips. Put your hands into your heart space. Malasana, garland's pose. So from here, you want to remember how the elbows are pressing the knees upwards and you're keeping the chest lifted. Stay and breathe for one more breath. Inhale. Exhale, slowly bring the hands behind you. Use it to catch yourselves as you bring the butt down. Last 3 poses before we come into the peak pose rather. We're going to do 3 rounds of Vinyasa pose. Level 1, squeeze the legs together, hands behind the thighs. Inhale, we lift the chest and the shins parallel to the floor. Exhale, feet pointing or flexing. Keep the chest lifted and keep growing the navel in. You stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug the knees towards your chest, forehead stop. Rest for 3, 2, and 1. Second round of your foot pose this time. Hands behind your thighs. Again, stand up. Shins parallel to the floor. Knees are bent. Feet and knee flexor pointed or progression level to bring the arms on the sides. And we're staying for 5. Again, you have to keep the rib cage. This one, not talking about, has to keep moving closer to each other. Exhale 2. Squeeze the legs together. Inhale. Exhale 3. Feel your core working. Inhale. Exhale 4. One more breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, hug the knees closer to the chest. Forehead stop. Staying for 3, 2, and 1. Last round. Full expression of the pose. Again, if it's too much, you may stay on level 1 or level 2. Otherwise, please do it with me. Hands behind the thighs. Shins parallel to the floor. Level 1. Level 2, release the hands on the sides, or level 3, legs straight, toes pointing to the horizon. Like this towards the big toes for 5, 4, roll the thighs inwards, 3, 2, and 1. Hug knees closer to the chest. Exhale for head stop. This time we rest for 5, and exhale 1, inhale, exhale 2, inhale, exhale 3, inhale, exhale 4, one more breath, inhale, and exhale. Again, lift the chest and the head up. Exhale from here. So you can come to your most comfortable seated position. Okay, pose today is your basic arm balance pose, which is your Bakasana. Options will be given, okay? So full expression of the Bakasana is you have to lift both feet up. Otherwise, if you're still trying to find it, see if you can get a block, or if you don't have blocks at home, you can actually use a tumbler with a flat surface. Like this one. I got this from YogaHive as well. So from here, it's actually pretty much similar with your tripod headstand earlier. If you attended your tripod headstand, but this time we're not gonna bring the crown of the head on the floor. So we just bring the hands on the floor. So we start with your Malasana first. Okay, maybe you can do it facing this side. Okay, so with the block or whatever block that you have, come into Malasana. Remember this one, and then moving the hands on the floor. If you're still finding your Bakasana, maybe you can use the block. Maybe the tumbler. Again, make a triangle shape with your hands and whatever prop that you have. Hands on the floor, you want to lift the hips up, you want to bend the elbows, and bring the knees connecting to the triceps. This is the leg. Come into tippy toes. Shift the body forward as you feel your weight on the palms. Now, if it feels right, maybe bring the forehead to touch the prop. Maybe lifting one toe, pointing one foot to the back. Maybe pointing one feet to the back, or maybe floating your forehead away from the block and look forwards. Round the back and round the navel in. We're staying for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bring the feet down. Then from here, bring the forearms behind your knees. Squeeze the forearms with the legs and open and close your hands. We're resting for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 second round. So if you lifted your right foot on the first round, maybe this time you can lift your left foot. If you did the full expression of the pose, then maybe we can do it for a second round. So from here, Malasana first. Again, remember the sensation in between the elbows and the knees. It has to be the same sensation when you attempt to fly. Bring the hands on the floor, and maybe this time you won't use a prop. Or if you want to use your prop, go right ahead. Keep the prop in front of your hands as Spread the fingers wide, finger pads anchoring on the floor, and here we lift the hips up. Exhale, bend the elbows first, and the elbows are not pointing to the sides, maybe pointing to the back. Knees hold, or knees touch the triceps or the sides of the elbows. Shift the body forward, again coming into your tippy toes. Maybe this one, maybe lifting your left foot, maybe lifting both feet up. Round the back and draw the navel in, stay for 5, 4, heels closer to the butt, squeeze 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bring the feet down. Again, arms behind your knees. Open and close the hands. Staying for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release the hands behind you. Come into your seated position. Counter poses, keep the knees bent, hands behind the thighs. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, round the back, bring the lower back, bring back the shoulder blades, and the heads on the floor. Now from here, both knees closer to the chest. And as you exhale, maybe rocking the body sideways. Counter poses, just very few. We'll start with your bridge or your heel pose. So from here, you want to keep the knees bent. Step the feet flat on the mat. Heels as close to the butt cheeks as they can be. If it's possible for you to place them in a position that allows your finger pads to brush the heels, please do so. There is space between the feet. Easy option, bridge, press the palms down beside the hips, or maybe wheel, press the palms beside the ears, elbows widening the spines. Wherever you are, inhale, press the feet down, lift the butts up. Bridge people, interlace the hands underneath the butt cheeks. Otherwise, wheel people, press the palms beside the ears as you lift the chest and the hands. Continually drive the chest to the back part of your legs. Feel the stretch on the front side body. We're staying for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 to release. Feel people chin to your chest. Bend the elbows. Back of the head first. On the floor. Close and reach. Release the hands on the sides. Bring the shoulder blades coming back and the hips on the floor. Hold both knees closer to the chest and rock the body side to side. From here, keep the knees close to the chest. They extend the arms like a letter T towards the sides, or if you have no space, you may bend the elbows. You can draw the knees closer to the chest. Exhale, drop your knees towards your right side, and knees towards your left hand. Coming into Jatara for your Virasana. Really feel the decompression in the lower back as you feel stretch on the left side body, extending up so down the mid of your left arm. We're staying for 2 more. Inhale. Exhale 2. 1 more breath. Inhale. And exhale 3. Take a minute, return to center. Exhale, drop your knees towards your left side, eyes towards your right hand. Stay and breathe for extra 2. Jatara Parivartasana, supine twist. Inhale. Exhale 2. 1 more round of the breath. Inhale. And exhale 3. Take a minute, return to center. Exhale, straighten both legs towards the ceiling. Easy option for you is to bring the hands behind your thumbs. See if you can keep the legs straight, head down, hug your legs closer to the chest, coming into Viparita Paschimottanasana. Otherwise, if you have your Halasana practice, press the palms down, lift the butts on top of your shoulders. In a exhale, see if you can use your toes to ground, or see if you can use your toes to touch this floor over your hips. Hands may support the lower back or interlace the hands together. Staying and breathing just for 3 more. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 2. 1 more round of the breath. Inhale. And exhale. Now from here, those in Halasana, see if you can move the hands to support your lower back. Maybe lift one leg followed by the other, hugging into supported shoulders. And otherwise, if you are doing your Viparita Paschimottanasana, just extend your legs to the skies and bring the hands beside you. It's Viparita Karai. Wherever you are, we are staying for 5, 4, 3, 2, and one. Now, whatever you are, Bubarita Karani or supported shoulder stand, you want to bend your knees towards your foreheads. If you're in your shoulder stand, release the hands, palms flat on the mat, using it as brakes, bring the lower back, the middle back, the shoulder, the hips, and the legs towards the floor. Now from here, we straighten your legs towards the front. Let me just adjust so that my body is still on top. We're going to do your modified fishbowl. So from here, bring the palms beside the hips, press the elbows, inhale, lift the chest and the heads. Or if you have your hair in a bun, you want to make sure your buns won't skew your head and your neck. Okay, so we're going to press the elbows, lift the chest and the heads. Exhale, look towards the back as a crown, round the crown of your head. This is good already, look towards the tip of your nose. Otherwise, if you have your Uttanam Padasana, see if you can point your feet and your hands 45 degrees to the front. This one, very modified Vatsasana, you're staying for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bearing your weight on the elbows, again in the shoulder blades and the back of the floor. And then from here, hold both knees closer to the chest. See if you can bring the hands to hold either, easy option. Behind the thighs, behind the calves, outer or the inner blades of the feet. Okay, remember that you have to keep the spine flat on the mat, and as you exhale, pull the feet down, coming to happy baby pose. As you pull your feet down, knees moving to the direction of the armpits. See if you can flatten your lower back on the floor. And if it feels right, rock the body side to side. So let's go. Stay for 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees closer to the chest. And as you exhale, keeping the knees down, keeping the knees bent rather, see if you can flatten the feet on the floor. Now from here, see if you can point your knees to the side, soles of the feet together. And as you exhale, notice how this pose allows you to stretch the inner body. If the stretch is too much, you may adjust your heels a few inches to the front. Hands may stay on the sides of the hips, or extend your arms beside the ears, grab the elbow of the opposite. Closing our practice full of openness in Supta Baddha Konasana. We're just staying for 3, 2, and 1. Now, this is a comfortable position for you. You may stay here. Otherwise, you can move the hands on the sides of your thighs. Bring the knees together. Slowly straighten one leg, followed by the other. Allow the heels to be as wide as the mat, so pointing outwards. Hands a few inches away from the hips, palms facing up, and we close the eyes. Into your Savasana. I'm gonna leave Savasana with you guys. Try not to skip it. Please stay in Savasana maybe for 3 to 5 minutes. Savasana is important because it allows you to reset the body from the postures that we did. Thank you for allowing us to serve you today. Thank you for sharing your time and energy. Again, my name is Teacher Poi, and in behalf of YogaHive Online, be well and safe. Namaste.